Okay, so now we're just being cam sluts. But the last vlog we were like talking about Melbourne, and it goes laughing because we had so many funny stories from Melbourne, and that most of them involved cigarettes, vodka, heroin, and the Kath and Kim house,
Okay, so
and his facial expressions at the Kath and Kim house. But anyway,
that's coming later. First, we wake up in the same bed in Melbourne, completely drunk, completely hungover, to this. Housekeeping! So Anthony yells, "We're okay!"
because we woke up spooning.
Like, we're not spooning. I was like on one side of the bed and you were on the other, and we
Okay.
were facing away from each other.
Yeah, but because it's a small
No
bed.
spooning.
Anyway, the housekeeping's knocking at the door, going, "Housekeeping," no, and I'm like, no, it's okay, it's okay. So I didn't really want housekeeping to walk in on us two, like in bed together, because that's just weird. Anyway, I mean, who does
We
that?
wouldn't want them to think we're fags.
No. So anyway, we they knock a third time and open the door, and like the guy walks in, looks at us. I think I squealed. I'm like, ah! And then he looked at me and was just like, he stopped. He just looked at me. He goes,
I'll come back.
So yeah, there was. Then we ran.
So yeah, I stormed down to the front counter and I go, "Excuse me, I think there's been a problem with our booking. We were supposed to have 2 beds." She goes, "Oh, you mean you wanted a twin room?" And I go, "Yes, like this email confirmation states." So she goes, "This chick is like totally out on heroin." She's okay. "Oh, we don't have any twin rooms." Oh, I'm just like glaring at her. "Well, we could upgrade you to a family room at no extra cost." "Yes, do that. You'll have to be on the front side of the building, and there's we don't care. But there's tram works, we don't know how late they'll be. We don't care."
we're just not sleeping in the same bed again.
So yeah, we go up, move rooms. Anthony leaves behind his shirt, his favourite shirt ever. Gone. And move into the family room, which has a double bed and like a bunk bed and a single bed, and
That's enough about the room because we've already almost hit a quarter of the way through. So anyway, the first day we were in Melbourne, we decided that we weren't going to be tourists, and it was like our first time properly being there before. So we decided that we just pretend we were Melbourne people, and I had the biggest novelty at the fact that Melbourne was still letting you smoke. Like, you can ask Adam, everywhere I was, I either had a cappuccino and a cigarette, or a vodka Smirnoff Black and a cigarette. Like, it didn't matter where we were. I was just like chain smoking, and then this one starts copying me, and he doesn't smoke. Like, he doesn't.
and
But
I've
that
gone through
weekend,
about 3 packs.
that weekend, he was buying me cigarettes because he was smoking so many. And we ended up, shopping and stuff, and like, the Myers Underground. That's cool. And I dressed him. I pretty much turned him into my clone. He's like, "Anthony, can you take me shopping because you had a dress?" So anyway, I got him dressed and stuff, and we ended up going clubbing the first night after met up with some friends for dinner. Ryan and Lena, they're cool. Hey guys. And then we went clubbing, and like, Commercial Road in Melbourne is like the gay strip, as opposed to 2 measly little clubs. Anyway,
It is one of the gay strips.
yeah, we had a ball, and like it was just amazing because we were new, and you know what it's like to be fresh meat. So everyone was like, "Oh my god, there's new people." So we were hot for the night, and that was great. And then we went out the next day, and this is where Adam's gonna take over because he'd said that because originally when we went to Melbourne, it was because I woke up in the middle of the night, like 2 weeks before we flew over, and went, "I need to go to Melbourne. You're coming to Melbourne." At 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, "Adam, we're going to Melbourne." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "We're going to Melbourne." And we booked our flights and everything. But he said his only condition to come with me was that we went to the Kath and Kim.
And oh my god. Like, okay. We have to catch like a train half an hour out of the city, and we're just sitting there. I was making faces as we were having a really adult conversation. There was this little like 3-year-old girl that suddenly pops her head up behind Anthony while we're discussing all the random things that we did the night before.
We were talking about sex.
And so yeah, we get out on the train. We meet Anthony's friend who drives us out there. I've memorised the path to the house. We're driving along, and I'm going into the next one. Ah! I can see it! So we get out of the car. There's like, it's open on both sides, so we run around through this vacant block, and we're like taking photos. It's someone's house. There's people living there. We're standing out taking photos, and we do this for about half an hour. until the garage door opens and we ran away because we were scared. And then I spent the next 3 hours ringing people and telling them that I was outside the Kath and Kim house.
We're in the car on the way back. We went to, what's that the shopping centre they go to?
Fountain Gate. We went
Yeah.
to Southlands where they filmed the Fountain Gate stuff.
We
Because
went-
I said, let's just go there.
We went to Southlands and we're in the car, and like I personally was very hungover because Adam was a good boy and he went back to the hotel. I didn't until very early the next morning, and I was very hungover. And so anyway, I'm sitting in the car, right, like totally unable to say anything, just with my sunglasses on, going. And all I could hear is, oh my god, I was at the Kath and Kim house, oh my god, no way, like really loud in this tiny little car. And poor Lena, she was a bit hungover too because we'd all been out the night before, and this one, like 5-year-old boy, is like, oh, he'd found his first orgasm. He just had a big smile on his face all day long, and it was just ridiculous. What else did we do?
Then we went out and got trashed that night. We did the strip. We went to like Exchange Hotel.
We went everywhere.
That was good. I love the drag
If it was
show.
gay.
We went sort of.
We're not seeing Queens though. We just wanted to know what it was like being gay in another city because
Yeah.
Perth is so bad for gays, I suppose.
Yes, that
We were
drag show.
drag
And
queens.
the tranny on stage talked to me. I was like, yes. I was so wasted.
Yeah, there was a tranny on stage and she was doing a performance, and at the end she was deciding to talk to the crowd. You know, because people in Melbourne seem to know how to do things better. In Perth, the trannies, they get up, they sing a bad song, they pretend to dance, and then they walk off and say, have a good night, suck your balls, right? Whereas, like, in Melbourne, they talk to you.
They do a whole variety
they
show.
do.
Like they come on at different points in the night, and they have like a talk bit. They have songs. They have a big finale.
Yeah. And it's all, and they have full-time jobs. And then at the same time, they spend all this time rehearsing, and it's amazing. Anyway, so that he gets on the microphone with the stage bitch, and she's all like, what did she say?
I don't even remember. She was like, "What's your name?"
Yeah, and he's
What
like,
are you?
oh,
I'm from Perth.
I work for a bank. And then yeah, what else happened? And then the Sunday we had you know how you have the holiday fight?
I think we're running out.
We got another 100 seconds. You know how you have the holiday fight? We were waiting for it the whole holiday. I was like, when are we gonna have our holiday fight? Anyway, we had our holiday fight on the Sunday morning over breakfast, so that was awkward but fun. And then we got
I
that
had a
out the
tram
way.
hit my suitcase, and Anthony knew I was mad.
Yeah.
How very Melbourne of us.
Because one of our friends, Ryan, he'd stayed with us that night because the public transport in Melbourne doesn't run like that early in the morning. I don't know. Anyway, so we were seeing him off when he was back to the city, and we had to check out of the hotel. So he's got his humongous his mother's big suitcase. And like we're waiting for the tram, and we see the tram coming, and no one thinks to move his suitcase. So the tram comes along, and it's like bang, and it's but yeah, and then we got back on the plane, and he was drunk. He was drinking his gin and tonics and thinking he was so civilized. And I'm sitting there going, I feel so sick right now. And I didn't get the chance to shower because we woke up late. Like, because checkout was at 9:30 and I got up at 9:20, chucked my shit in my bag and jumped out. And I mean, I'd been out clubbing all night with a whole heap of sweaty men everywhere, and the occasional manly woman. And so it was a horrible journey back, and we didn't talk to each other for a week, which was funny, really, because we hated each other. We hated each other because of the holiday fight. But because we knew we were going to have the holiday fight, because everyone has a holiday fight, we got over it. But that's the Melbourne trip, because we decided we'd do that. He doesn't actually watch these, you know. He refuses to. I played the first one back, and he's like, ah! And he ran out of the room. So if you could like record it onto a phone and then just like run in front of him and put it on. But anyway, guys, we're going to go bye. Hang on. Oh, I've just panicked. I should do that more often. Do you want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, fuck you, Anthony. Fuck you.
On that note, have a good weekend, everyone, and good week, because it's Tuesday.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Stay proud. Night, guys.